All right. I have no microphone. Hold on. I have no camera. Where's my camera? Here we go. There we go. All right. All right. We got 3 minutes here. I'll wait 3 minutes. Wait for everybody to get here. Dun, dun. Okay, let me close out a couple things here. I want to make sure that everything is running good. All right. Okay, hold on a second, folks, and I'm just getting this stuff cleaned up here. Get a couple things closed. Sorry to make you sit through this, but I want to make sure that everything is ready for when we roll. Close out some windows here. I don't want this thing slowing anything down. Okay. Yeah, we got a minute anyways. Okay. All right, I'm going to get going. Hey, everybody, this is Eric from TopFlight Trades. Today is Sunday, March 29th, and this is the weekend stock review. Pretty much every weekend what I do is I kind of look over last week's market action, take a look at, see how some of our premium picks had done, how they performed. We're going to take a look at some of the newer watch lists, and then, of course, see what we're looking ahead to, how we are looking for next week. And once I go through that, I'll go through it pretty quickly. And then we're going to take, it's going to be open time for our members where we're going to talk stocks and other fun stuff. So we're waiting for a few people to get here, but I'm going to get going anyways. This will be recorded. It will be available on the website, which is topflighttrades.com. You can find me also over at Twitter, Facebook, Google+, LinkedIn, StockTwits, and now also over at InvestFeed. If you haven't checked out InvestFeed, check it out. It's they're in beta right now, but they are accepting some memberships right now, and I'm set up over there, and I will be posting there as well. So that's a pretty unique platform. I'm still trying to figure a lot of it out, but yeah, should be fun. So what we're going to do here, again, this is Eric from TopFlight Trades. If you haven't come over to the website, come check it out. It's topflighttrades.com. And over there, we post, among other things, primarily the premium picks. These are long swing trades that I share and post. Put together a trading plan, which includes some targets and some stops and charts and video analysis and things like that there as well. And we're doing pretty good so far this year. I was just looking at the numbers for March. Month closes out here in a couple of days, and so I want to get the numbers ready. Right now, I believe we're about 5% where for the year. And that doesn't count compounding. It's not selling one and compounding. It's just straight up average of all the picks. And we've been in, I'd say, just over 100 entries so far this year. And we're still holding, I believe, about 2/3 of those. The other third, we either exited, took some profits, or we stopped out of. And generally our average of those we stopped out, it's been about 20%, 21%. So that's great if you ask me. And so the others were still in. Yeah, but so anyways, I'll have that report out here in the next few days. But again, we're looking like we should be about 5%, where the S&P is at 0.1% for this year as of Friday's close. So look for that. I'll post that on the website, and that'll be good. Also, I have the chat here open. I don't know this chat feature on this Google Hangouts is really sketchy. I'll try to keep an eye out for it. And we have the Q&A. I'll load this up as well. I notice that some people like to chat in the Q&A. While I'm going through this, though, I have different windows open here, and I'm not always looking for the Q&A. I don't hear it either. So I will check back with it. So if you have a question, go ahead and post it there in the end. I got a cat. All right. Stupid cats. Okay. Let me shoot over to the charts. Okay, so we will start out. And by the way, it does look like I have audio. I've had this audio not work, and I've gotten through 2 hours of video and 0 audio, and I had to redo it. That was a wonderful day. Wonderful way to spend a weekend, I tell you what, redoing your video. But I see I have video. No one's here to tell me otherwise, so I think we're in good shape. Over to the charts. Let me hit the screen share, and we'll start, and we'll take a look. We're going to start and take a look at how the markets did. So this is the S&P 500. And this is where we left off. So we closed on Friday at 2061. Here we are. So let me draw a line here. I'm hoping that we gain some ground this next week here. Don't even start with me now, computer. Oh my gosh. I got to reload the charting package here. Actually, TradingView has been giving me troubles here recently. Hold on a second here. Do this again. Okay, so let's get back here. S&P. Okay, let me draw a line here. I was going to say, last week was pretty rough. And I'm hoping this week we can bounce off this here. You can see we draw this. Well, come on, my goodness. There we go. Okay. Could say that. What are we doing here? Okay. Either way, I want to see some new highs here. I'd love to see this turn up next week for tomorrow and start going green again. Okay. And we'll give us a higher low and we start climbing. This has just been a crazy year so far. Just been trading sideways, went up a leg here a bit, trading sideways again. It's just real choppy all over the place. I definitely want to make sure we hold above the 50-day line here. The blue, I'm sorry, it's a 100-day. 50 is just above it, and the 13-day EMA is right up there. Of course, down near the purple is a 200. I would definitely like to see that. I don't want to see anything near this line. We have that slower support line. I don't want to see anything like that. That would not be good. So anyways, yeah, let's get a good week, and let's get up here, and let's cross 2120, find some new highs, and start climbing. Now, let's take a look at how the NASDAQ's doing. I can spell. Okay. The NASDAQ. Now you can see Wednesday NASDAQ took a big hit. Boy, that was a painful day. But Thursday, Friday, here we are off the 50-day on the NASDAQ, kind of getting a bounce off that. Same thing. Again, let's do it. Let's find some new highs here and start climbing here. We already do have a lower low. But I still want to see. I don't want to see the NASDAQ curl over anything before the S&P. I don't want to see it at all, of course. But if it does, we'll act accordingly. But I'm somewhat hopeful that we can get climb up here and clear 5,000 at least, and hopefully with some push and some momentum, start finding new highs. We got to get some good news in the markets. You're hearing some talk on the radio that earnings have been down. I don't know that for a fact. The stocks that I watch, earnings are going up. Okay, but if you look at the S&P as a whole, you get a lot of mediocre companies that are having a hard time, and they're not growth is not accelerating or even doing very well. So and a lot of that's what they people determine what kind of market we're in. Of course, if it's bullish or bearish. Once the S&P earnings shift, they say that. And then start declining and not returning the returns that they're expecting, and that's when some people consider it a change in market trend. Myself, I do not. But anyways, we'll continue along. Just any changes in the market, we'll keep a close eye on it, and we'll shift accordingly. Market becomes really under pressure. It's best to shift to cash, and exit some positions if you're in. But we're I'm not saying it. So I'm optimistic for next week. I'm really hoping to see a bounce off this area here. Again, back to the S&P. Let's get a bounce off the 100-day and just start climbing again. You can see I drew the support and resistance lines from earlier days. I've kept them there in place. So definitely want to do that. And then finally, we have the Dow. Same kind of thing. We're beneath the 100-day right now. But, looking at the bodies of the candles, we do have higher lows. So that's good. Yeah. So that is that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go over some stocks I'm watching. First, I'll go through a couple stocks that did really well on Friday. Here's Cavium, which is a premium pick. It came up, hit our target area, and then it pulled back hard back to our entry, and now we got another bounce. It was up, almost 8% on Friday. So nowhere near stopping out on that. So that's still in. We're still in on that one. Then we have SWKS, and it looked quite similar. Wednesday had big red day, as a lot of stocks did. Thursday, gap down, recovered. Got a nice wick on that, but we're up. And then that was up 6.2% on Friday. NCLH, I'm not in this one. Really wish I would have got in this one, but I'm not. AKRX, this was a premium pick from top of the year. Still in there. Still like it. Definitely would like it to see clear 50. Start making some new highs. Get above there. INFN. Okay, so pretty much this is the first one on my watch list that I really want to watch for and keep an eye on. And then we might actually make this a premium pick list. It already is, but introduce another entry, a secondary entry, if you didn't get to play it back here. Perhaps another time is now. Again, when we get these breakouts like this, we find resistance, and the stock knocks, finally breaks through it, comes up, pulls back, touches it, and then goes. Okay, so it does allow us oftentimes a second chance at getting in this. And looking at this, Thursday would have been the day. We came back to, support now and got a nice bounce of it, and off we go. So, of course, depending on how the markets react this coming week, it's going to depend a lot on everything. So, but anyways, that's INFN. I really like this one. Again, it's a new premium pick. We've only had it, 3 weeks. But I like it. It's looking good. So it could have a secondary entry there. TMPR, this is already a premium pick, but you can see we've been kind of trading sideways for a bit here. As far as a secondary entry, it might be good to get clear above 85 again. Or if you like to play off support, here we're on the 50-day right now. We're above it. If we can clear above the 13 days, there's really a lot of entry points. Depends what your strategy is in entering stocks. Again, I prefer breakouts, but sometimes I do like plays off support. Support could be a moving average or a previous support area. But this is looking good. I'm still positive on this stock. It's, if you take away my graph here where it shows our premium pick, we've kind of gone up. We've kind of traded sideways there. Kind of like a really big flag with kind of a short flagpole. But I'm still positive on the company here, and I'm still thinking this is going to move. So for me, most conservatively, I would wait for it to clear 85 with some strength there in this stock. Let me see here. CMPR is Market Smith's rated an A+. So I like that. Earnings, price strength, industry strength, financial strength, everything's strong. Investor demand is a C+ right now. It's kind of middle of the road. That's probably why you have this trading sideways. I don't see a lot of volume is green, it looks like. I got some red in here. So, okay. Well, that's CMPR. Next, do we have Len? Okay, here's Len. Kind of the same kind of pattern. We kind of went up, found this area of resistance here. We broke through it, came back, touched it. Now I'm thinking and hoping we start climbing. So getting back in here, of course, looking at that setup would be a good one, or wait for new highs. Wait for it to close above 51.30. or better yet, 51.50. So keeping an eye on that one. You might see that this week. SWKS. This one is a premium pick. Going back when? Yeah, earlier this year, January. But we got this real pullback here. Almost came back here to the 50, and now we're climbing again. So back here at, what is that, 102? Be nice to get clear of that, and we'll see where we can go with it. Look at the volume back here on this day. A lot of volume there, and the thing hardly budged. What's going on? Anyways, so that's SWKS. Again, that is a premium pick. And, geez, so we've been able to squeeze about 36% out of that since making the list. And we have UAL, United Airlines. I am still hopeful on airlines. I am in a couple other. I'm in JetBlue. I've been in Save, SAVE. Oh, I've been in them before quite a bit, on and off. But again, here's a UAL. Here's the weekly chart, kind of trading sideways. Found new ground. Now we're kind of trading sideways again here a bit. That's the weekly. Let's look back to the daily. Okay. So here we are. Again, you can see my RSI down here, kind of looking to see if we can find some newer highs. The Trix is kind of floating right on the 0 line. I'd definitely like to see this kind of start to curl up on the positive side, hopefully strong. Like to see this clear this. RSI, of course, clear 50, but of course, even better, clear that resistance there. And the same essentially goes for here. I mean, it's going to match up really. Something like that. So love to see it wherever it is. At least let it, if it can hit 70, that'd be even more superb. So that's UAL. That's on the watch list. And also, if you go to the website, TopFlightTrades.com, you'll see the watch list is posted there with charts. And and those charts there are live. So, and then when those stocks, when they reach those entry points that I've determined, I will add those to the premium picks list if all the criteria lines up. Okay, next we have PanW, Palo Alto Networks. PanW. Okay, so let me zoom in here. All right, why did that do that? Sorry about that. Okay, PanW. Basically, just looking for another entry here. This is one we've played a few times over the last year or two. But this became a premium pick back in January 28th or so. Pulled back a bit, climbed up nicely. Looks like we got maybe 15-16% out of it. No, I'm sorry, 17%. Pull back again. Now let's find some new highs. So it's probably going to come up to 149 at least. If it's finding a channel in here, I don't know, but definitely want to see it climb some more. So we're watching that one, see if we can get a new entry there. And we have BDC. This is already a premium pick, but I just kind of want to give an update because right when it made the list here, it pulled back. It's just that was that Monday. Definitely not a good week. But we did open up above that previous candle and then pull back. Let me see something here. I'm going to check the Q&A here real quick here in a minute. Stand by, please. Yeah, BDC. And BDC I noted too, that was my note. It's really thinly traded. It's is it $312,000? So 312,000 is the 10-day average. 20-day volume average. So anyways, well, the good news is 3.3% on Friday, so it's building. So let's see if we can climb out of that and get green again. Next, we have DHI. Again, pretty much looking for new highs. This was my previous line I was looking for. It might have been drawn off the weekly. Let me look here. Yes, it was. Okay, here we go. Oh, this gets even more interesting. I forgot about this one. Okay, I like this. So what I see here is just a weekly ascending triangle pattern. Okay, we got our line drawn there, of course, and then kind of see this. It's not a perfect line, of course, but that's what I like. I really like these patterns, especially on the weekly. And the one that really, let's look at this. Bib. Come on, Bib. Here's Bib. Okay, so this one had that pattern too, as you could see. Not a real super strong one, but pulling it up on the weekly chart. Again, look at weekly, even look at monthly charts if you're really studying a stock, and you'll be amazed what you see. I didn't see this on the daily, and I pulled it up in the weekly, and it just, my eyes glued in on it. And I was like, wow. And I end up missing this entry. Looking at the weekly, you'd say, geez, you could have got in anywhere, but look at it. I mean, look at that explosive growth right at boom, just took off. This is the weekly. And, we talked about it when it was in this range, and it's just, I don't know how it got away from me. It was at 350. Now, in just a few weeks, we're at we hit a high of 480. Amazing. So, what was I on? I forgot what stock I was on. Where's my map here? DHI. Okay, so DHI. So what we're looking here is kind of looking for the same thing. You kind of have this weekly ascending triangle pattern. When I see these patterns in a weekly chart, they're even stronger to me. Of course, they take longer to form and then to materialize, I suppose, and perform. But the pattern remains strongest versus a quicker time frame, like a 1 minute chart. You can see these patterns all day, but they often fail. So when you get these like Bib, that's just one example there, a nice triangle on a weekly, and it just took off. So that's what I'd like to see here on DHI. So we're right up at the previous high here was 2775. And our high, 52-week range is 2782, and we're 2753. So I'd love to see you get a nice pop out of this. Let's jump back to the daily on it. Okay, here we go. So this line here is not exact, but that's my weekly line. Okay. So looking at it from a daily viewpoint, I'd want to find new highs. To be ultra safe, I'd look for above 2785, or close. Unless this thing is just absolutely moving with a lot of volume. But that's what I would do. So I'm going to watch that, and I'm going to set that right there, 2787. Okay, let's find some new highs there, and let's take advantage of this on the weekly. Watch that pop and get some good money. And some people have been asking, if that's the case, looking at this pattern here, DHI on the weekly, this would be a long hold. Okay, obviously it's going to take weeks. If this is to perform correctly, this will take weeks. So, probably get, where is that? Yeah, we could probably hit almost 40 bucks as a target, but we'll see. Okay, that is that. I have a few more here, about halfway through my watch list. I'll go a little quicker. Let me shoot over and see if we have anybody here, any questions or anything like that. Okay. Let's see who's in chat. All right. Okay, they wrote my screen share. So, all right. Anybody here? I think it's just me right now, which is kind of odd. But I hopefully I moved the time up. I'm trying to find the right time to do this. We got people from all around the globe, and I understand people have lives and weekends and families and stuff like that. So trying to find the right optimal time. If there's a specific time that you like and would watch these videos, they are recorded. But if you remember and you want to participate in the video and it's just never the right time for you, throw me an email or a message or something and let me know maybe what time is ideal for you. Okay. If it's 5 o'clock at night, Pacific time on a Sunday. We've already done that for a few weeks, and we actually had a fairly good turnout. But just let me know. I'm open to everything. I want to have more people here participate. Again, if you missed this, this is being recorded right now. It's on Google Hangouts, being recorded on YouTube, and it will be posted to the website at topflighttrades.com. So you can find it there. Okay, I'm going to move on, finish this up. Back to the charts. Let me see if I'm getting any messages here. Okay. Back to the charts we go. Okay, so that's DHI. Next we have Depot Med. Okay, the other thing I'll note here, a lot of these have come up, and I haven't reviewed the fundamentals of these companies. They do make money and all that. These aren't companies that are deeply in the red or anything like that. But when they make the premium picks list, I'll go through them and make sure that they really meet the criteria that I seek. I don't know this company very well, but again, as soon as this gives me what I want to see and I move it to the premium list, that's when I do a deeper review of the fundamentals and ensure that it's a profitable company. It's going to be around tomorrow. So basically I can sleep at night. Okay. What I'm looking at here, I'm really kind of liking this. Basically what we have here, you can see we gapped up back here in the end of February, and we've come down and found some support right here again. And right there. Okay, and we also have the 50-day tucking up underneath it, okay? And we're already 1 day ahead. So Friday was definitely up. It was up 3.6%. So we might be getting a nice bounce out of this thing right here. I'd like to see this climb. So again, there's two different ways to do it. Play it off the support here. And if tomorrow's green, enter this now, at least a partial entry. And then, of course, I would wait for additional entry after we make new highs up above 25.50 or so. So we'll keep an eye on that. And yeah, HNZP. HZNP. I always get this one. HZNP. There we go. Okay, same kind of a thing. Looks just about the same setup here, doesn't it? Okay, gapped up. Came back off support. We got a good day. This time it looks like it closed up above the 13-day EMA or right at it. Yeah, it looks like we're just above it. So same thing, you know, I'm anticipating this is going to come up and find new highs at 23. Final new all-time high, not all-time highs, 52-week highs at 23.45. That's what I want to see. So again, I could enter a partial position now and then enter some more up here. But we're watching that. Avgo. It's Avgo chip maker. Yep. All right. Gapped up off earnings. Kind of traded. We got new highs here, but we also have lower lows. Pretty much came down here close to the 50-day. Didn't fill the gap, but now we're bouncing here. So it was up 2.76 on Friday. Yeah, looking good. I'm going to jump over to AMBA really quick here. AMBA's a premium pick. And this is one I am in. And looking good here. You can see on Thursday, it was a heck of a day. It was quite a range there. It got down to, what, 68.21 for a low. And then Friday was a little bit better, but same thing. I'm optimistic with the to get climbing again here. So that's AMBA. I don't know if anybody's in AMBA. Next, we have NXPI. Watching this one. This one's kind of been a little bit crazy. I'm trying to see what I saw here, actually. This is already a premium pick. I think I might have been seeing it like the others here, how this had come down to this area and just kind of hit support and might be bouncing again. So, again, this is already a play. I'm not really seeing an obvious re-entry right now. I mean, again, you could. But not sure why that's on my list. Definitely not one of the best setups I've seen here. And we're already in it. Okay, CRUS. Again, I'm looking for highs here. This thing's been running nice here all year. Finally pulled back a bit. Didn't even come back to the 50-day. We did cross beneath the 13-day. Now, again, that was on Thursday, Wednesday, Thursday. Friday, we're recovering. Why is that line above there? Let's take a look at the weekly. And I don't know why it's there. Okay, I must have drew that line earlier as this thing was climbing or something, maybe last year. Okay, I don't recall this line, but probably when I looked at the chart months ago. Okay, well, here's looking at the weekly. This is interesting here. Look at this channel in here. Trading between 25 and 15, 16, and off it goes. So where is it going? Okay, let's measure this actually. What kind of range we got? 47% or $8. Okay, so let's do the same thing. Where's $8? Oh, look at that. $8. What was it, 8.10? Something like that. That's the same distance dollar-wise. Doesn't look like it, does it? Let me do that again here. Go here. What was it? Oh, yeah, $8. Okay, so yeah, I got this. Yeah, well, okay, that's a weekly. Anyways, well, considering that, we'll see what this does then. Of course, I mean, if it's going to find new highs and move past, it can definitely move past. But that's why I wait for new highs. So anyways, watching that one. AOI. AOI. Okay, what is it about this one? This one does not look like me. AOI. ADI. There we go. I know some of you were like, "Ooh, look at that awesome one." AOI. Okay, now let's look at this one while we're here. Okay, it's $1.14. Excuse me. You know I don't play these. Well, maybe some of you do, some of you don't. Okay, but some of these, though, look nice, especially when we look back after the fact. Okay, if you saw actually a video, I did a video late last night on Baba, and it's posted this morning. I'm pretty much looking at Baba, and it's kind of like usually you see in the video if you watch it, it's kind of my attitude towards these. You know, I follow the trend essentially. I don't play against the trend. Okay, this is trending downward, and one way to tell is look at the moving averages. You know, stand back and look at this. It's descending. Okay, but that doesn't mean it's game over forever. They sometimes start to turn around, and when we look back at some of these and they turn around, they make these beautiful bottom, sometimes cup patterns. You know, they'll come down, they'll finally hit an area, and they'll trade sideways. Then they start to find new highs. When you look back at them, they're just beautiful. You know, and so they are kind of fun to look for. And if I ever played them, I would be pretty minimal with them. But this is kind of one of them that kind of looks like this. Okay, it comes down where we hit. Okay, there's 90 cents. Where's a dollar? $1 up there. Okay, down here, you could probably call that a double bottom. Oh yeah, our wick's all the way down there. Kind of made this double bottom. Okay, then we started climbing and we started making new highs. Finally cleared this area. Finally cleared that area. Finally cleared that area. Right now we're getting somewhere. You look at this candle. We cleared the 13-day EMA. Now we just cleared the 50-day EMA. We're holding it. So what's next? Well, now I want to see us clear 116, or better yet, because it's $1.14 a share. Let me at least see it. Yeah, definitely find new highs here, at least above this candle. I usually play the bottoms, but this is pretty risky. And I haven't looked at the news, obviously, because I just accidentally stumbled across this. So I would definitely want to see it find new highs. You know, let this thing start moving. The volume is incredibly low. 370,000 is the average, I believe. You know, and then where's the next stop? 138. Okay, you got the 50-day descending down here. This could come up here and meet the 50-day. Yeah. Okay, well, that's that. So anyways, this one's kind of interesting if it can continue to climb. That's good. Oh, another thing here is look at the RSI down below here, finding new highs, higher lows. It's crossed the 50, and then our tricks is now about to turn positive to -7. So technically, that would pretty much meet my criteria. almost, although I wouldn't play it. Too thin and too cheap, but that's all right. Okay, anyways, back to ADI. Analog device. Okay. What's interesting with this one is just kind of come down to the support area a couple of times. Let me see if I can draw something here. I was looking over here at this. We also kind of have it up there too. Either way, I think you kind of can see what I'm looking at here. Kind of come up. Never really did it through here, did it? I always pulled back. Finally broke through, had a good strong push through. Back there on the 17th of February, rode it up a bit, pulled back to support. Rise, back to support. And, again, Wednesday was just the market killer there. That did not help, or we would be up here. Okay, well, I'm watching that one. Yeah. Still underneath the 13-day. I'd look for new highs on that one, and I'd want to see how this company ranks. MSCC. Yep, same kind of thing here. I mean, it got this nice shot, traded sideways, pulled back. It's kind of like that inverse swing set consolidation that Ryder identified, that new pattern. It's the newest pattern in the world of technical analysis. This is when the swing is upside down. We saw a couple others where this was a swing set consolidation pattern where you had this long red candle traded sideways and then a massive green candle to bring it back up. And it was this box and it was the craziest thing. And we saw it twice in one day. This is kind of almost the opposite of that. Okay. Anyways, that's MSCC. Basically, I'd like to see this start, continue its climb on the 13-day. Don't know really what else I saw in this. This is kind of weird. Something on the weekly? No. Okay. And then TSEM, I know this was a good one. Okay, well, TSEM, same kind of thing. Hit resistance here, broke through it, came back, touched it twice. Let's see if we can get a bounce again. So now we kind of have this channel here between 18 and 16 and change. So might be able to squeeze at least a couple bucks out of it. Enter this now, a small position. See if we can hit 18 and finally break above it and move on. Or just wait for the break above 18. Okay. ARMH, just a couple more here. That's the weekly, and that does not look good. Boy, look at that channel. I didn't draw this in just now. I don't think. But well, we definitely played it. We came all the way back to it. Let's look at the daily here. Okay. Anyways, I'm wondering if we can hold support here. This is a pretty good support line, looks like. Look at the Fibonacci, kind of weekly. Back to the 68 and 61.8 line. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, anyways, I'm watching this one. Yield. Okay, I just did a video on this one, obviously. If you didn't watch it, watch the video. I just posted it today. But basically, we kind of have this wedge pattern here. This is already a premium pick from late last year, late December. I kind of took the colors away so you can see. That's why these tags here and the lines are here. But anyways, I'm looking at this pattern here. It's kind of this wedge pattern. And I'd like to see it break it. So here's kind of this flagging wedge that we have. And with this, again, I would like to see it make another push. Watch it climb 50 bucks. That'd be pretty sweet. So we'll see. That's what I'm hoping to see. I'd like to see get break out of this area, have the RSI on the weekly, find new highs. Here we are on the daily RSI. I want to see it find new highs again. I want to see the tricks go positive strong. And of course, this to pop out of here and start climbing. Start making new highs. And this could be a really good play from essentially where we at now, $101. We're even above 100. So there's some should be some support there as well. Watch this climb and let's go let's see it climb to at least back to 115, 120 and higher. So that is what I have. And then again, the other videos I did was for Facebook, Guild, and Baba. And those are posted today. Okay, so let me shoot over. I'm going to end this right here. See who's here. Any questions? This is going to be a quick one today, apparently. I know where everybody is. No one must like the time of 1 p.m. Pacific, which would be 5 p.m. Eastern time. And I don't even know what time it is in Israel. Okay. Let me jump to something else here really quick. I'll show you. All right. Where'd you go? Okay. Couple things. We had the contest last week. $10 to the best pick. And that was going to be from Monday's open to Friday's close. We had 3 contestants who made selections on that. Let me see if I can pull it up. I will pull it up and you can see what we're talking about here. Okay. So, here, where to go? Where's the post? Can't even find my own content here. Here we go. Okay. So, okay. So Nayor went with ZIOP. Ryder went HNR. Daniel went Lulu. And then Daniel left this comment here. Woohoo. Before I did the math, I thought, okay, well, he won. And I thought, and he also gave me a reminder, obviously, to post the results and do all that. So I looked at it and I pulled the charts up really quickly. And I thought, wait a minute, Lulu didn't look like it did very well. It was positive for the week. And then I did the math. And incredibly, if you could see, I see Daniel's pretty happy, but I think my math is different from his. Please verify my results, everybody. Monday open to Friday close. So Nayor was ZIOP. He was down 16.8% on that one. That did not do well. Ryder was up by 2%, and Lulu was 0.33%. Wait a minute. It's actually negative 3. A negative 0.33. What's incredible is Ryder won by 1 penny for the week. His pick went from 45 cents to 46 cents. That's just wild. I was like, wow. I guess that almost kind of shows you how tough it was this last week. Here you win a sandwich, $10 sandwich contest over a 1 penny gain. What a world. Okay. So that is that. And I see no one here. This is going to be a short one. All right, here. If you haven't come over and check out the website, come check it out. Again, it's TopFlight Trades. You can see here we have our premium content. We have our premium tables. I'll show you this really quickly here. This is where all the premium picks go. And pretty much I post these. I can't promise how often I post them, like every day or anything like that, because this last 2-3 weeks here, we've had days where we didn't have any. I mean, the markets are down, and most of my picks, most all of them, or absolutely all of them right now, are all long picks. Okay, doesn't mean I'm going to be long forever on those. If the market becomes bearish and turns the other way, in a bearish trend, not just under pressure, then we'll have plays that go the other way. But in the meantime, this is what we're looking at here. So yeah, so here in the last week, we had several picks on the 18th that have just really gone nowhere. Pretty much you can see in these, some of them actually had fallen beneath their entry. That's why there's no on the entries here. But for the most part, the rest of them have done really well. Mediocre anyways. They all pretty much, not all of them, but most all of them have reached at least their initial target number 1. Some of them earlier on, of course, hit their second targets. Then we've stopped out of a few. You can see the ones we stopped out of here. And where are the ones we exited? Oh, I'm sorry. Our exit ones are up here as well. At one time, I separated those. Anyways, we did exit several positions. PCYC at 100%, AKRX. We had exited UTHR, SWKS, HSP. Pretty much took the profits off the table. The market was acting funny on us, and not afraid to take profits when you can. You want to protect those profits. You can always get in stocks again, and that's what we did. So yeah, so pretty much overall right now, what do we got? 100. What's that? 106? No, what's 96? I can't even add anymore. 80, 96 stocks we've played so far, and we're still in 77 of them. 19 we've exited through stops and or exits through profit. And right now, according to my number, I got to check the numbers here, but we're looking at about 5% as far as return so far this year, January through March. So it'll be the end of the first quarter, versus the S&P as of Friday was 0.1%, just barely in the green. My other portfolio shows 4.9 or so. So there's something in there. I need to figure out what the reason for the difference, but I will get it figured out when I release the numbers. But still, we're looking a heck of a lot better than the S&P right now. So again, these are primarily all breakout plays for very strong companies who are generating accelerated growth and revenue and sales and profits. Who are innovative, and they're just killing it. So it's kind of hard to lose when you play good winning stocks like that. Also have the watch list. This is just updated here a little bit ago. Again, these are the stocks that I've gone through now, and I posted live charts. These are live charts, so these aren't as of today, and they won't move. These are just pretty much hot linked right from FinViz. So these things will change throughout the week. These aren't my lines on here, but they do show you kind of the setups and what the trend is and what the channels are and that type of thing. You scroll down here a little bit further. This is pretty much my sheet that I use, what I'm watching. I don't have any targets or anything plugged in yet. Those will get populated as soon as the stock leaves here. Once it reaches its entry target that I've selected, then I move it over to the premium pick list and then populate this with my trading plan. Just like I would trade it. And a lot of these I trade. I trade as many of these as I can. I just wish I had more money to play all of them because we've had a lot of awesome winners here recently. So that's that. Yeah, still got free content. There's some technical plays in there. New highs, strong demand. This is a real popular one. This list is it's open to everybody, not just premium members. I get a lot of hits on this site here, this page here. So again, it's just stocks with a strong relative strength and finding new highs, So yeah, so that is that. I'm going to exit this screen share, take a drink here. See what's going on. Okay. This is the shortest video we've ever done. Actually, no, we're hitting on 45 minutes. As usually, we've gone over 2 hours before. And I know that's tough. But what else did I have? I think that was about it. So looking ahead to next week really quick. Of course, I'm really hopeful the market's going to be green next week. Before you enter every trade, in any trade, take a look at the weather before you head to the beach, kind of a thing. Always look at the market, see where they're at. If you're going to get into stock in the morning, go to CNBC and see what the futures look like. Okay. If they're green, you should be all right. Sometimes even a little green. I mean, they can obviously turn, but just make sure that there isn't some sort of political, social, or economic unrest in the world that occurred Friday night or Monday morning that the markets are going to tank like they did Wednesday, Thursday. Wednesday was the ugly one. And yeah, markets were down deeply that morning. Excuse me, if I remember right. And the day continued. And yeah, that was just painful. No one's making any money on that unless you're swinging the other way. But always check the futures and see how your day is going to look. What's the sentiment out there? What, do you think people are going to be selling off today or buying? Then you have the Fed, then you have Yemen and Russia and oil and a lot of crazy stuff going on right now. So be real careful with how you're trading. And Again, always take a look at the markets before you enter. What was I going to say? The other thing, I think that's it. Also, I guess I know all of you probably know, I hope, but all the content on here is my own personal opinion. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a stock market broker or anything like that. Everything I tell you is just my own opinion. All these setups are my setups. These are not what I'm not advising you to buy or sell or anything based on my viewpoints here or anything like this. It's just how I trade. Okay, I'm just sharing with you how I trade, what I do, and the setups that I have, and they seem to be working just fine. So I'm just trying to share them. So make sure you do your own homework on these stocks. Take a look at the fundamentals. Do your own technical analysis. And of course, the legal answer would be to check with a financial professional and advisor before making any investment. You can definitely lose all your money in the stock market. And I have no idea what's going to happen tomorrow. No one does. And I'm not implying that I do know what's going to happen tomorrow. What's the other thing I'm supposed to say? I forget. If you'd like to read the disclaimer, it's on the website at the top of the menu. Spells it out a little bit better, but I think you all know that. And unfortunately, we have to go through that spiel. But there are a lot of people out there who have tons of money who do turn to people and just want a quick dollar. They just want someone they'll pay them anything to tell them what to buy. And that's no fun. So, especially when they lose their money, right? Okay, I think that's all I have, folks. No one's here. I get the early day off. I will be around tomorrow, trading tomorrow. So I'm hoping we have a good day tomorrow. And that is that. So I'm going to sign off. Thanks again for watching. This is Eric from TopFlightTrades.com. Come on over and check us out at investfeed.com. We're at StockTwits. We're at Facebook. We're at the LinkedIn. Yeah, that's the other one. Google Plus. We're all those places. Love to hear from you. Love to see how you're doing too. All right. I appreciate it, guys. Thanks a lot. Talk to you later.